Things not to do in public places when you're here in Kampala, Uganda. Let's go. What's going on, people? Welcome back to another one. It's Tyme London, coming straight from Kampala, Uganda. Let's get straight into it. Things not to do in crowded places when you're here in Kampala, Uganda. Let's go. Right. Number one, never or try to avoid it whenever you can, to avoid pulling out, cash in public crowded places. Reason being, when you do that, a few things could happen. You could, attract unwanted attention. You could attract thieves in some crowded places, or you could attract people who are going to come and try and sell you things, like street vendors trying to offer you things to buy that you don't want to buy. So once you flash cash and they see it, they're like, okay, cool. It's like a magnet kind of thing. Does it happen everywhere? No, but in most crowded places, all right? If you can use mobile money, they've got this system here in Kampala, Uganda, called mobile money, where you can make payments for certain things, or nearly everything. You can use your phone and pay for things where it's a straight transaction from your phone to somebody else's phone, so you don't need to really pull out cash. So that's the first one. Number two, as well. In most crowded places, there's a lot of street beggars here in Kampala. Not everywhere, but here, just like any other city, man. Any other African cities, I'm sure there's beggars everywhere. But here, when you're in crowded places and you pull out cash, you might attract people who might want to come and ask you for a bit of money. Again, it's up to you if you want to give them some money. If you can help them out, go ahead and give them some money. But again, pulling out cash in huge crowded places might attract street beggars, street vendors trying to sell you things, and also attract thieves. There's thieves everywhere around the world, but if you do that, again, you might attract that attention that you don't want, really. And another important things as well, pulling out cash in crowded places as well. For example, if you're like in a market and you're going to buy something, if you haven't negotiated for whatever you want to buy, if you're purchasing a few things and you haven't negotiated for them, because in most markets here, open markets here in Kampala, a lot of things don't have price tags on them. So the person who's selling these items, whether it's fruits or veg or whatever, foods or even other products, whoever's selling them, they come up with their own prices. They set the prices. So if they see you pulling out a lot of cash before you agree on the price, they might increase the price of the actual product that you're buying, or some groceries that you're buying. You never know. I literally advise you not to do it. Negotiate first and then pull out your cash. If you haven't negotiated for the price yet, or you haven't understood the price and you pull out your cash, they might see you pulling out a lot of cash and be like, okay, cool, I'm going to increase the price on this person. And they might, extort you a little bit. So that's another thing as well. Cool. Next, another thing to avoid when you're in crowded places here in Kampala, Uganda, avoid leaving your belongings, unattended. Like, for example, if you're like going to a shop, keep your bag. If you have your bag on, if you're carrying a bag, keep it with you. Keep it where you can see it, because there's been a few instances where some people that I've known, trust me, I'm speaking from experience, people that I've known, especially like females, they've walked into shops to buy certain things. Like, how females take off their bags and you put it there, you take something out or whatever, and you turn around, to look around or pay for something. There's been instances where some people have been, some things have been stolen from their bags when they've left them like on a shop counter unattended. They'll put the bags there and you walk around, you go somewhere to pay for something, or you go pick something else in the shop. I've been in a few situations where I've been with people and they've lost certain things. People have dipped in their bags and they've stolen mobile phones, their wallets and stuff. So be careful. Do not leave your handbags or your backpacks. If you're a guy as well, don't leave your bags unattended in crowded places. You can even walk into stores, or supermarkets where it's crowded as well. So just watch your belongings, man. It will save you some money and save you your belongings as well. Another thing, when you're in public places, crowded places, again, I keep repeating myself. So if you're going, here in Kampala, they put on like loads of events, right? Outdoor events. They could be in stadiums or, in, big halls or whatever. But when you're going to events, these events attract a lot of people. So a lot of people come to those events with different ideas. You know, like they will come there not intending to, you know, come and enjoy the events. Some people come there to do different things. So when you are going to those huge events, right? Especially at the entrance, when, you know, people are going in, when you're in queues going in, it seems to be crowded, and people here seem to, you know, a lot of people here don't really know how to give people personal space. So when they're lining up, they literally tend to get right close to you, which is kind of weird sometimes. But if you're walking into these events, right, make sure if you're a guy, take your personal belongings out of your back pockets, put them in your front pockets, or put them in your hands. If you can hold your phone. Again, a few years ago, a few of my friends that came from London were going to this event called Blankets and Wine. A lot of people know it here. They put it on a few times a year. And we're in the queue going in. And then as we entered inside, two of my friends literally noticed that they lost their phones, because one of them had his girlfriend's hand, so he put his phone in his back pocket while he's holding his girlfriend's hand to go in. And once they made it in, he realized that his phone was gone. So be careful when you're walking into these events, where there's a huge crowd, when there's people around you. Just watch what you're doing, man. Keep your phones and your money in your front pockets. Don't put stuff in your back pocket, because somebody can just dip into your back pocket without you knowing. So yeah, let's move on. Okay, another thing as well to avoid doing here in Kampala, which is very important. And again, I make these videos because I'm speaking from experienced people. And I know some people sometimes come at me and be like, but yeah, Tyme, but you know, this doesn't happen, that doesn't happen. Listen, I make these videos because of experiences. I've seen things happen to people here, and that's why when I warn you guys, if you come here, and also people who live here, you might not know, you might think, yeah, it's okay to do this, but that's why I make these videos. Another thing not to do when you're in public places, crowded places, is if you can avoid it, you don't wear jewelry, man. Like especially necklaces. Females are more of a target here in huge crowds of public places. Even on public transport, you can be on a border and somebody can just come and snatch your chain. A few days ago, as I'm making this video, a few days ago, I was on social media and a girl posted, she was downtown in Kampala, walking around doing some shopping, and somebody just came from behind and snatched her chain off her. And they actually scratched her neck as well. She was showing her wounds. So it happens a lot in public places and also downtown. So avoid doing it. If you can help it, don't do it. Necklaces, if you don't have to wear them, don't. I know it's your choice to do what you want to do, but I advise you not to do it, especially if you're going to huge crowds, because there's a chance. Is it going to happen every day, or is it going to happen all the time? No, it's not, but there's a chance it might happen. So if you can avoid doing it, avoid doing it. Another thing as well, look, there are thieves everywhere. Like, look, I've known a few people, again, who've been driving around in cars and they're in traffic. They put their window down, wearing a watch or whatever. You know that thing people do when they're riding shotgun in cars or even in the backseat or whatever, and they put their hand out. They lean their hand on the door, on the window. They put the window down and they put their hand out. I've known a few people who have been robbed of their watches, like here in traffic in Kampala. So I make these videos because of experiences that I've experienced with people and things that I've heard, things that I've seen. Like I've seen people, people's stuff get snatched, but does it happen everywhere or every day? No. There are thieves everywhere, again, around the world. But I'm just saying, when you're in Kampala, things to watch out for, all right? Because some people might come at me and be like, yeah, but you're going on like, these things happen everywhere. No. I'm just giving you some warnings of things not to do to stay safe and to keep your belongings safe. Is it going to happen every day, everywhere? No. But I'm just saying, these things do happen. That's why I make these videos for you guys. Right, let's move. Another thing not to do when you're riding around Kampala is use your mobile phones when you're using public transport. Whether you're in a taxi here with your window down, be careful of that. Don't pull out your phone and start talking on your phone when you're in public transport or in a taxi and your window is down. If you want to use your phone, you can use it in the taxi. Put your window up so that people from the outside can't get access to your phone. It happened to my boy Ash a while ago, or a year or so ago. He was traveling somewhere and he was on WhatsApp or whatever, and his phone got snatched. So again, people, these things happen. That's why I make these videos for you guys. Another thing as well, if you're in Kampala and you're using a border, listen, if you can use headsets or AirPods, use them to talk on the phone. Don't pull out your phone and hold it while you're on the border moving through traffic. Again, you make yourself a target. Somebody can actually snatch your phone from you. If you don't believe me, there's a YouTuber here from Kenya called I Am Mara. A lot of you guys probably know this guy. He was there a few years ago and he was vlogging. Literally, he was vlogging on the border. And then a few guys were on the border behind him, and they literally they tried to, one of them sitting on the back of the border while Mara was vlogging. He literally caught everything on camera while somebody tried to come and snatch his phone. Luckily, the guy who was riding the border that the Mara was on told him, hey, watch your phone. I can see these guys coming from behind us. They might try and snatch your phone. So literally he caught it on camera. So these things do happen. So I'm not really making nothing up. All of these things do happen. Mara went through that situation. They nearly stole his phone and he caught it on camera as well. So, and I've known a few people here, people that I've met, and they talk about these stories all the time. That, they were talking on the phone while on the border and their phones get snatched. Avoid it if you can. Use headsets or use AirPods if you can. Just keep your phone in your pocket, man. You don't want to lose your phone on the border. Again, does it happen everywhere? No. But in slow-moving traffic or in crowded, busy places, try and avoid it, man. You make yourself a target. Right, let's move on. Recap on things that I just told you guys to do. Avoid pulling out, huge amount of cash in public places. Avoid using your mobile phones in, on public transport. If you're in a taxi and your window's down, don't use your mobile phone, man. Especially if you're sitting on the window, you make yourself a target. Put your window up, and you be safer. On a border, don't pull out your phone, man. Especially when you're in slow-moving traffic, you make yourself a target. Use headsets or AirPods. And also, when you're in crowded places, if you're going to events, put your personal belongings in your front pockets. If you're a guy or if you're a lady, hold your bag in front of you. Again, you're much safer that way. And also, when you're in crowded places, again, if you walk, if you're like in markets and stuff like that, ladies, keep your handbags with you. Keep an eye on your bags, guys. Watch your stuff. If you put I know us guys, wear cross bags or whatever. Some of us carry backpacks. Keep your personal belongings where you can see them, man. It will save you a lot. Anyway, wanted to make this video real quick for you guys. Things not to do in crowded places here in Kampala, Uganda. It's Tyme London. More videos coming. Subscribe to the channel, like the vid, share the vids, drop that thumb up, man. And also, if you let me know where you guys are watching from. I always try to answer you guys as much as I can in the comments. So let me know where you guys are watching from. If you find this video useful, drop a like on this vid. More videos coming from Kampala, Tyme London. Catch you on the next one. Brrrah.